You've been prepared for greater visibility. And this is about a call to visibility, is what I'm seeing it as, and also like the judgment call. So there's something that you've been working on behind the scenes. And I'm seeing different things like launching. I'm also seeing like a debut, as well as publishing. Okay, I'm not sure what this is specifically, but there's something around the release of something. That's what I'm seeing, like the release date. I'm also seeing something being released from its cage as well. So I do feel like there's something that you've been holding back in some way. But anyway, I was seeing basically the theme being when the universe pushes you into the spotlight, and it being kind of a ready or not type of energy. And I'm hearing this wasn't designed to be locked away forever. Okay, this wasn't designed to be locked away forever. I'm hearing these are the ebbs and flows and the cyclical cycles of life, shadow and light. And this is just the time where you're bringing something from the shadows into the light, right? Something that's been transforming behind the scenes, even if this is like a version of yourself, right? Anyway, what I was seeing was the hype points that had been integrated into YouTube's system. And hype points are about visibility points, right? It's a call to visibility, and it's a part of a new feature that is basically designed to help creators gain visibility. But I was seeing this as you being a creator in this existence and stepping into, I'm hearing, a more visible plane. And it can also mirror the soul's highest calling to being pulled into the public realm. Okay, so there could be something around the sun card, something that brings you joy, and kind of bringing that into the world stage in order to have this exothermic reaction where you transfer light or heat to your surroundings and transfer that joy to those around you through the things that also bring you that joy. Just innately, you know, I'm hearing the things that innately bring your soul's joy are also linked to your deepest gifts. Okay, and I'm hearing these are the fundamentals of your life moving forward. Okay, coming back and returning to that. So yeah, what I was seeing, it's like being lifted up right into a stage that you didn't necessarily ask for, but you've been prepared for, right? It's almost like a destiny that's being prepared for you and you it. And it can feel like pressure or exposure or even vulnerability, because again, it's almost like I'm seeing you kind of be in the cage and not necessarily want to bring this thing to the light. But also, um, like I'm seeing like the cage walls begin to dissolve and there is nowhere else to hide, you know? It's almost like a shadow, and then the light switch turns on and there's like nowhere to hide. And it can also mean like something that's been divinely orchestrated for you. Maybe it's like a divine soul contract of some kind, some things that your soul was contracted to do, and that being unavoidable. So I'm hearing, even if it's moments that you try to avoid, it's almost as if everywhere that you turn, there is just like a light. That's what I'm seeing. Being hyped up by the universe is what I was seeing it as, and not for ego, but for purpose. Okay, and you're crossing realms. There's some things that cannot come with you. That was like another energy that was coming through. Some forms of matter cannot be carried across dimensions. So every time you embody a new frequency, maybe it's like certain people that have been in your experiences or patterns or objects begin to fall away that were once in alignment with how you were previously operating, right? Or what it is that you were previously embodying. And the energy that I was getting was that if a foreign entity enters into a new ground, right, which is like you stepping into a new atmosphere, there are reality markers of an old paradigm, which is about proof of where it is that you once resonated, and certain belief systems that are not going to accompany you moving forward. I.e., let's just say there was like let's just say like shame around something, or perhaps even an inability to be vulnerable, right? Maybe there was like a resistance, let's say, when it comes to being vulnerable. And you shine, and there's something around a star being shy. What is shy? Shy is kind of reducing yourself or keeping yourself small. And ways that you've kind of dimmed your light to try to fit in are ways of navigating this construct that are no longer in resonance with where it is that you're being called to step into, right? It's almost like you cannot dim your light. I'm hearing it's not even possible to do so, even if you tried. Like, imagine the sun, right, being this star. It cannot dim its light, even if it tried. It's the brightest star in this solar system. Because of that, it's a point of attraction. And I'm hearing it doesn't shine its light because of the effect it has. It shines its light because that's what it's been designed to do. Okay, sorry guys, I had to reconnect my microphone, but I'm gonna make this really short and sweet. So together it just reveals stepping into your public destiny that does require you kind of shedding or outdated private attachments or belief systems when it comes to you believing anything other than you being designed to shine, right? And anything that's been tethering you to the old is being released, and it's not rejection, right? Instead, it's just a resonance where you're being pushed on to a stage that is matched with letting go of baggage. It's almost like one is visibility and the other is clearing, and that's the energy that you're going through. And as you clear certain things naturally, as you are, because it's a universal law that you're abiding by, simultaneously you're also becoming visible, because I'm hearing it's evident that you're becoming more light, that you're becoming more free, that you're becoming more, I'm hearing like carefree as well. So there's that kind of aspect that's coming through. I'm hearing it's like you're becoming childlike once again. So let's go ahead and see what this is. You're acting from like an evolutionary edge, right? Like some props, some people, they can't come with you. Okay. Some patterns they belong to the last act, and there is a new act that you're being called to embrace. So 𝓤𝓪𝓻𝓪𝓷𝓬 is the light that we can appreciate thanks to an eclipse. And it's something that, you know, can be, I'm hearing quite, abrupt revelations. This can be about, sudden pivots that happen, but they transform your life from, 6 months onwards, big bang, in huge ways. Big bang is like literally the blow out, okay? And something blowing up. Okay, so 𝓤𝓪𝓻𝓪𝓷𝓬, there could be something around fated, orchestrated events. Big Bang is literally something that's not small. It literally is about the birth of new universes. Okay, the birth of new universes. Let's go ahead and read this. And Aurora Polaris is this, something magical that's unfolding. It's like a divinely orchestrated event. 𝓤𝓪𝓻𝓪𝓷𝓬. So light revelation, the light that we can appreciate thanks to an eclipse. So this is something that's being activated for you because of the eclipses. Learning that comes forth through a difficult time. Allowing for understanding and transformation. It's the rainbow in the storm, the liberation of the ego and the appreciation of pure beauty that is seen through witnessing an eclipse. Paradoxically, the best time to see and appreciate a solar corona is the moment of reflection during a dark storm. That particular circular light that the sun does not allow seeing in a day with no eclipse is hidden and only revealed before our eyes thanks to the eclipse. So this is something that is hidden, something that you've been discovering within yourself, maybe internally, going behind the scenes, is leading to literally something blowing up, right? That's what I'm seeing. It's almost like, you know what it is? Maybe you've been creating certain things externally. This is what I'm seeing. Maybe it's like projects, maybe, and I'm seeing new energy being infused into that because you've been able to come back to infusing this energy into yourself. Everything I'm hearing is an extension of yourself. It's quantumly entangled with you. So if you're in a state of thriving, everything that you do is going to thrive as a result of that, right? If you're in a mode of survival, you're going to see that be extended into maybe a business, maybe a project, maybe a venture, right? That's what I'm seeing. For example, I'm seeing like a musician who's going through deep pain and turmoil, and that is deeply reflected in the type of music that they create, right? The very specific vibrational frequency that they're tuning into. And there's something around that musician going through like an alchemical process, and on their next album there is this level of like empowerment, and their last album was almost like a reality marker or a checkpoint for how far as they've come. And there is something about you working on this kind of behind the scenes before that goes out into a debut, or before that goes out into a release, before that goes out into something being uploaded, or whatever that is. But I feel like you're streaming something down from the archives. Let's go ahead and read Big Bang anyway, but it leads to literally a huge, like, this is the very thing that blows up. It's your ability to go through that transformation, or transform something that you've been working on. It took a powerful movement to make way for the creation of everything that is, but how much beauty came out of it? It's the largest expansion we've ever experienced. The Big Bang gives origin, beginning, a new start, opening, life, and creation, but requires a huge previous explosion to start it. It's not movement which dances softly, or a learning which develops within us over time. The Big Bang explodes. It appears, it makes a majestic entrance. And with a heavy exposure outside of the comfort zone, the known, the already done, and the already existing, it marks the abrupt and sudden page, turns which can be difficult to adapt to. But what does it bring? Expansion, expansion, expansion. So literally there's something that's being revealed to you during this time as you've gone within the shadows, right? As you've been working on something behind the scenes and it's ready to be brought to the light. And you may feel like it's not ready or that you're not ready. Like that's literally the energy of what this is. But I'm hearing like do it imperfect, embrace it even if you feel like you're not ready. I'm hearing this thing is ready for you. People are ready to embrace this. What you could see as a work in progress is already a masterpiece. That's why there's no need for the cage. And you know what? Birds are safe in the cage, but that's not what God made birds for. You're safe in the cage. The project is safe in the cage with no eyes seen. But it wasn't designed to stay there forever, and neither were you. And that's why you're being pushed on stage. That's why the cage itself is dissolving. Anyway, let's get one tarot message for you as well. Let's see. What is this? Being prepared for bigger visibility. This is a cage that you've built around yourself or around this thing. And a page of wands. A page of wands is about grounding your creative spark into the physical realm. And this is something that you've been protecting. I feel like it's something that you've been working on. It's almost like it feels like, like a baby of some kind, something that you've been nurturing, something you've been tending to. And the thing is with the page of wands, the moment they ground this thing into reality, even before they reveal this to the world, or they share this beyond their fortress, it has already opened up different kind of alternate timelines for it. It's already altered the future timelines that it can access, right? Just by bringing and grounding this thing into the third dimensional plane, right? So this is something that you've been creating in the third density. 10 of Cups. It leads to deep emotional fulfillment. Again, I feel like this is something that, again, it brings you a deep sense of joy. Like this is something that makes you feel fulfilled. But there's also an essence of having to share that, There's something around innately the things that bring your soul the deepest sense of joy is the biggest star of the solar system. It's the exothermic reaction that you're about to unleash. And I feel like this is something that you were destined to do. It feels like an intention, but look, we have the devil at the base. The devil also represents like a cage, right? The cage being something that's created from your own mind and your own thoughts, right? This is the shadow and the light. Fear and also deep sense of joy simultaneously existing, and that is the paradox. Deep pain, but also beauty within it. That is the paradox. And you are this is someone that's supposed to shine, but they've kind of dimmed that light, or they've reduced that light, or tried to hide it in some way. But this is something that you're being called to leave behind the cage and free yourself. What a catastrophe it would be if the sun didn't shine. What a tragedy it would be to dim your light. Because you were worried about trying to fit in when you weren't designed to. Knowing that anything that you do, it's also infused with that essence. And as we say that, the sun is peeking through the clouds, shining through the valley. And that is oh so sacred. Yeah. Something that brings you joy. You're supposed to share that with those around you. You could also be a guiding light, like a guiding light in some way. Like, I'm hearing putting those out of their darkest hour, like with whatever this is. Because it's the underworld, right? The devil. What are you gonna do? I'm hearing what are you gonna do when they come for you? This literally feels like the universe kind of coming in, pulling you out of your cage, you know? I'm seeing like bailers. Oh, that's what they're called, like bailers. Like they've come. It's like you're being. I'm hearing this is a get. It's a get out of jail card. Like that's the energy that's coming through. Getting out of the jail that you've created for yourself. You know what it is? It feels like a jail is something that someone's tried to protect, right? But it's also like the most beautiful thing. It's like a sacred book or text or something that you've created that's super sacred. And it kind of being like stored away somewhere. When that's the very thing that should be on display. I don't know what it is, but there's something around you or what it is that you're doing that's super magical. So I'm gonna leave it there. Okay. I feel like that's all you need to know right now. So I'll speak to you guys very, very soon. Should we actually pull one Shaman's Dream Oracle message? Yeah, ready or not, here I come. You can't hide. I'm gonna find you. That's the energy that keeps coming through. It's literally like ready or not. It reminds me of the reading that we did. If anyone remembers and you've been here, please link it down below or say it. I was talking about you being the sun and like you have this light and anywhere that you go the light follows you, so you can't hide in the dark, right? But then there was also an essence of you being in the basket and I saw you playing like hide and go seek with the universe, and the universe is seeking you out, right? And it's like you go and hide in a laundry basket and the laundry basket has like a lid and then it starts glowing, and you try to hide in a wardrobe and the wardrobe starts glowing. Like there's that energy that was coming through from it. Yeah, the Fool's Embrace, transmuting pain. Let me go ahead and find it. Shaman's Dream Message, SSS 22. Yeah, so transmuting pain, allowing life to love you, the experience of both and. Yeah, this reminds you of the energy of, you know, God's about to make you rich and famous because you don't want to be, and it's because of what you're going to do with it. That's definitely the energy that's being activated here as well. So I'll try and link that down below. We're kept hostage by the way we identify with pain and what we make it mean. If we let it, it becomes etched into us like a tattoo. No matter where you are on the spectrum of pain you find yourself in now, whether it be mild disappointment or searing loss, it's time to make peace with it. Befriend it rather than resisting it, running from it or judging it as bad or unfair or hostile. Can you see the gift that is here? Surrender to the Fool's Embrace, allowing the truth to envelop you in love and compassion. What if you can learn something amazing from this? So yeah, there basically is an opportunity that does lie, and it talks about a pearl that's created within the gritty sand, right? Causing discomfort, but also acting as a catalyst, right? For the oyster. So this is about turning something of great value and something that once seemed like invaluable, especially when you look at this through the lens of, you know, the pain or the wounded self. But then you can also see it through the lens of the soul and being seen how you're being given all the raw ingredients to actually create something like a golden opportunity from what initially seemed like an unfortunate circumstance. So this is a huge level of contrast that you're experiencing, right? Being overlooked to being overbooked, being going from rags to riches, right? Going from lack to having more than enough. Like there's huge polarity, right? Going from deep anger or fear into deep, you know, passionate self-love. There's that type of energy that's coming through where you've learned how to hold that space for yourself. You've learned how to, I'm hearing, return to the things that bring you joy in almost like your darkest hour, and it's time to share that with the world around you, right? It's time, I'm hearing, to help all other extension expressions of yourself to remember that that potential also lies within them, and that's the gift I'm hearing that you are that keeps on giving. And I'm hearing once you kind of give that first gift, it's going to be much easier, but I'm hearing it's like the first maybe time that you're doing something or that you're releasing something or that you're doing it this way, and it feels authentic to who you are at this stage in your journey, and there's just a level of allow yourself to be empowered by that. So yeah, with that being said, I'm gonna love and leave you right there. If you guys are not already subscribed to the channel, do consider subscribing. We'd love to have you around. Personal reading details also down below. And also check out Otter Spirit if you guys are looking for some high quality AA grade jewelry. Their small family owned business, The Handcraft, these beautiful AA grade pieces of jewelry. You have a plethora of options to be able to choose from. They have chakra packs, clip selections as well. And you can also rep zodiac packs that are subject to this universe, and different kind of energies you want to be able to work with, and intention packs as well. And $1 of the proceeds are donated towards otter wildlife as well. So until next time, see you guys very, very soon. Keep on shining. What a tragedy it would be if you did not. Bye!